So from a multi-billion rand David and Goliath showdown and Woolworths feeling like two companies at once, to the rand sliding to a 6-week low and schoolboy rugby packing bigger crowds than Loftus, today's show is all about pride, power, and the rivalries that shape South Africa. My friends, this is Daily Bagel. Be sure to hit like, subscribe, and that bell notification, whatever works for you. It helps us and we love having you here. And with that in mind, let's get into it. And kicking us off with current affairs, it's one of South Africa's most remarkable David versus Goliath battles, and it's still not over. You see, back in 2000, Nkosana Makate, then a trainee accountant at Vodacom, came up with the simple idea to help his long-distance girlfriend stay in touch when airtime was tight. It was a free call me back text. Vodacom loved the idea, launched Please Call Me, and quietly built it into a global first that made the company literally billions. Makate, though, never saw a cent. So in 2008, he took Vodacom to court, sparking an 18-year legal war. And he's already won one of the biggest intellectual property victories in South African history. You see, the Constitutional Court ruled in 2016 that Vodacom owed him, and I quote, a reasonable payment. So after years of failed negotiations, Vodacom finally tabled him an offer of 47 million rand, an amount that Makate argued was far below what was fair, especially since his legal team estimated that Vodacom had earned around 205 billion rand in revenue for Please Call Me over the 20 years, excluding advertising income. So the courts have since ordered Vodacom to pay him 5 to 7.5% of the Please Call Me revenue, which could mean literally billions. But just yesterday, the Concord kicked the fight back to the Supreme Court of Appeal, saying that the previous judgment was sloppy and poorly reasoned. So Makate says that he remains confident and is prepared to keep fighting, calling this just another chapter in a battle that he's already been waging for nearly 2 decades. Vodacom, meanwhile, has welcomed the ruling as a chance to present its side of the story again. Either way, though, the finish line to this saga may finally be coming into view. And next up, Parliament has finally pushed Budget 2025 over the line, but it took weeks of coalition chaos to get there. You see, this whole fight was messy. The DA refused to back the budget while it contained the VAT hike, and furthermore accused the ANC of hiding behind tainted ministers. So Ramaphosa eventually fired the higher education minister over these corruption allegations. Our finance minister had to scrap the VAT increase, and then finally a deal was struck to keep the GNU from imploding in its first real test. So just this week, the National Council of Provinces passed the appropriation bill, which is like the final step, with 51 votes to 9, opposed only by the EFF and MK party. Can you believe it? The bill now just needs Ramaphosa's signature before officially becoming law. Now, what many didn't know is that missing this deadline would have meant government departments literally running out of cash to operate by October. Instead, though, at least for now, the lights stay on. And on to our finance section. Let's be honest, Woolworths is feeling like two different companies right now. On the one side, there's the South African business, which is firing on all cylinders. I mean, Woolies Food is still the golden child. Turnover jumped 11%, foot traffic is up, and even their online sales through Woolies Dash exploded by more than 40%. Now, even their long sluggish fashion and beauty division is finally showing signs of life, with their beauty in particular surging nearly 15%. The company's online push is starting to pay off too, with their dark stores in Cape Town making same-day delivery far smoother. And then there's the other Woolworths, the one across the ocean. You see, its Australian Country Road Group has been a major drag, with weak sales, heavy discounting, and high input costs piling on the pressure. Now, on top of that, Woolworths cut the book value on some of these underperforming brands by 917 million rand, essentially admitting that they're worth far less than before. Now, all of this fed directly into the trading update released this past week, which has warned that headline earnings per share for the year till June are set to fall by as much as 27%. So you see, it's like this split personality that investors will be hoping the September results can finally reconcile, because for now, one side of Woolies is sprinting while the other one is still stuck in the starting blocks. And on to our quick fire mentions. MTN's Nigerian comeback is paying off. You see, the unit swung to a 4.9 billion rand half-year profit. They upgraded their guidance and grew data revenue by nearly 70%, a sharp turnaround after last year's currency-driven collapse. And the rand just slid past 18 rand to the dollar, hitting a 6-week low. You see, investors are on the edge over these looming US tariffs, while a likely local rate cut for us and steady US rates have added extra pressure on the currency. And onto our sports section. Look, schoolboy rugby in South Africa isn't just big, it's a phenomenon. I mean, crowds of thousands are common. Old boys travel back for the weekend. War cries literally shake the stands. And the passion is more often than not greater than anything you'll find at a Currie Cup game. It's no wonder that schools like Grey College, Paarl, Paarl Boys High, Uffies, and Paarl Ruus constantly feature in world rankings as some of the best rugby schools anywhere. So this season, Paarl and Paarl Boys High have been the standout teams. Gim are unbeaten, fresh from handing Grey College their first home loss since 2017, while Boys High have dropped just one game all year, and also beat Grey, I may add. So Saturday's Interschools derby in Paarl is set to bring in over 20,000 fans, and double as like this unofficial national final, with the winner set to finish as South Africa's top-ranked school. Now, kickoff is set for 4 p.m, but when it's Interschools in Paarl, best you believe that the Brandewyn is already flowing. And on to our quick fire mentions. World Athletics is tightening the rules. You see, from the 1st of September, female athletes at elite events will need to pass a one-time SRY gene test to confirm biological sex, a move aimed at ending years of debates. And the Sharks have gone young for this weekend's clash. 4 junior box standouts are in the matchday 23 for Saturday's Currie Cup match against the Bulls at Loftus. And as expected, before we continue, here is your final Bagel Bite of the week. How many Olympic gold medals has South Africa won in total? Is it A, 14, B, 28, or C, 52? We'll give you the answer at the end of the show. And on to our wildcard section. When conservationist Lawrence Anthony died of a heart attack in March 2012 at his Tula Tula Reserve in Zululand, the world mourned a man known as the Elephant Whisperer. He had rescued a rogue herd in 1999 that was destined to be shot, earning their trust through sheer patience and courage. Then something remarkable happened. In the days following his death, the same herd, about 21 elephants, reportedly walked a 12-hour trek to his home, gathering silently near the house for hours, making these low, rumbling calls before leaving. Even more astonishing, those visits are said to have happened again each year around the anniversary of his death, always led by the matriarch Nana. Scientists can't explain it. Elephants are known to grieve their dead and recognize loss, but how could they sense Anthony's passing, especially from kilometers away? It remains a mystery. So whether instinct, coincidence, or something deeper, that moment has captured the profound bond between man and animal. Proof that Anthony's compassion has left a mark far beyond human understanding. And as for that Bagel Bite, the answer is 28. South Africa has brought home 28 Olympic golds, mostly in athletics, swimming, and rowing. And on that note of achievements, that's a wrap for our final show of the week. You've made it to Friday, my friends, which, let's be honest, is a gold medal effort in itself. Hope you guys all have a great weekend. Enjoy the downtime, and I'll catch you all same time on Monday. Cheers.